According to a quote by Neil deGrasse Tyson, astronomers detected a fast-moving object speeding through our solar system on a hyperbolic trajectory, headed straight for Earth. But then, something strange happened. It began to slow down, dramatically. This object, known as Oumuamua, holds the distinction of being the first confirmed interstellar visitor to pass through our solar system. However, its path around the Sun didn't follow Newton's laws of motion. This odd behavior suggests that some unknown force may have altered its course, leading some to speculate that it might be an alien spacecraft. Even if no extraterrestrial beings are aboard, perhaps it's an autonomous probe that activates autopilot when approaching a star. Sounds unbelievable, right? So what kind of evidence supports this fascinating theory? Could the discovery of Oumuamua be our first contact with an advanced alien technology? Or is there a more conventional explanation behind its strange behavior? Let's rewind to October 19, 2017, a date that marked a milestone in space exploration. Using the Pan-STARRS telescope in Hawaii, scientists identified something never seen before, a clearly interstellar object entering our solar system. They named it Oumuamua, meaning scout or messenger in Hawaiian. Its speed and unusual trajectory left no doubt. It had come from outside our solar neighborhood, from the deep reaches of interstellar space. But by the time it was discovered, the object had already passed the Sun and was on its way back out. At first, astronomers assumed it was just a regular comet. But this theory quickly fell apart. Unlike typical comets, Oumuamua showed no visible tail or coma, the cloud of gas and dust usually seen around such bodies. And that was only the beginning of the mysteries this cosmic visitor had in store for scientists. Before anything else, scientists needed to closely examine the trajectory of this mysterious object to determine its origin. It quickly became evident that Oumuamua had entered our solar system at an angle nearly perpendicular to the orbital planes of the planets. In early September, it crossed the ecliptic plane, the apparent path the Sun traces through our sky. Using this information, experts calculated that this interstellar traveler came from the direction of the constellation Lyra, near its brightest star, Vega. On September 9, Oumuamua reached its peak observed speed, over 87 kilometers per second, as it passed the apex of its orbit and came within 37.6 million kilometers of the Sun. Just over a month later, it made its closest approach to Earth, coming within 24 million kilometers, about 60 times the distance between Earth and the Moon. After that brief encounter, it was time for this cosmic visitor to depart. Oumuamua began its journey out of our solar system, heading toward the constellation Pegasus at a gradually slowing speed. Yet, it didn't leave us empty-handed. Instead, it left behind a trail of baffling questions and astronomical mysteries, puzzles that still spark intense debate and speculation even now. A flying mystery puzzled scientists. Analysis of its path revealed that Oumuamua behaved in a way it shouldn't have, at least, not under normal physical laws. As it passed around the Sun, it experienced a slight acceleration that couldn't be explained by gravity alone. In other words, it mysteriously sped up. How could that be possible? Well, there is a known process called outgassing, where heat causes a celestial object to release gas and dust, providing an extra push. This is common in comets and can cause them to speed up. However, outgassing also causes noticeable changes in how the object spins, and in Oumuamua's case, no such change was detected. To learn more, astronomers used powerful telescopes to study the object. They noticed strange and dramatic fluctuations in brightness, suggesting it might be shaped like a massive cigar. But these brightness changes didn't match the expected pattern for an object rotating smoothly. Instead, it appeared that Oumuamua was tumbling erratically through space, not spinning on a stable axis. Even more surprising was the complete absence of detectable dust around it, another mystery that deepened the intrigue around this interstellar visitor. Given the available data, scientists believe that this mysterious flying object contains very little water and is likely composed mainly of rock or metal. However, its exact size remains uncertain, as it depends on various factors that are still not fully understood. Depending on values like reflectivity, density, internal strength, and rotation axis, the estimated dimensions vary significantly. Based on these calculations, Oumuamua could be anywhere from 100 to 800 meters long. But the true enigma lies in the question, what exactly is Oumuamua? Initially classified as a comet, it was later considered an asteroid before eventually being redefined once again as a comet. And that's not the end of the theories. Some scientists have speculated that the object might be made of frozen hydrogen, but further studies have ruled out this possibility. Others have proposed that it could be a fragment of nitrogen ice from a planet similar to Pluto. The most intriguing and controversial theory, however, suggests that this object might not be a natural celestial body at all, but rather the creation of an advanced alien civilization. Could Oumuamua be an extraterrestrial spacecraft? This bold hypothesis was mainly put forward by Avi Loeb, a theoretical physicist at Harvard University. Together with Shmuel Bialy, Loeb argued that the object's unusual acceleration and lack of visible dust trail align with what one would expect from an artificial solar sail. Such a sail would be extremely thin, only 0.3 to 0.9 millimeters thick, but with a large surface area, allowing it to be propelled by the pressure of sunlight. Surprisingly, the notion that Earth had attracted the attention of an alien civilization wasn't outright rejected by the broader scientific community. As a result, the mysterious object known as Oumuamua was closely monitored using the Green Bank Observatory's radio telescope in West Virginia, in an effort to detect any signals of artificial origin. But the search came up empty, no signs of alien communication were found. Does that mean the alien theory was completely ruled out? That depends on who you ask. Some researchers in the more speculative circles suggest that the creators of Oumuamua might have used technologies far beyond our understanding, technologies that our current instruments simply aren't equipped to detect. According to this view, extraterrestrial beings could have already mastered interstellar travel, something humanity is still only dreaming of. In this cosmic comparison, humans might be likened to infants just learning to crawl, while advanced alien civilizations would be like seasoned university professors. However, a major development came in March 2023. Scientists Daryl Seligman and Jennifer Bergner presented a natural explanation for Oumuamua's unusual behavior. Their research proposed that the object was propelled by molecular hydrogen released through a process called outgassing. Past experiments have shown that cosmic radiation can cause water ice to break down into molecular hydrogen, which can then escape in a way that's undetectable by our telescopes, providing a perfectly natural explanation for the object's mysterious acceleration. If this cigar-shaped object is about 100 meters long and 20 meters thick, it's possible that the process behind it created enough thrust to explain the unusual acceleration we observed. But at the end of the day, that's still just a theory. So, why haven't scientists simply sent a spacecraft to Oumuamua to uncover its secrets up close? The answer lies in the challenges of modern space travel. You see, the object is moving at a hyperbolic excess velocity of roughly 26.3 kilometers per second. For comparison, Voyager 1, the fastest probe we've launched so far, travels at only about 16.6 kilometers per second. Does that mean we'll never catch up to this mysterious visitor? Not necessarily. It would require a mix of innovation and patience. One possible idea involves launching a space probe that performs a gravity assist maneuver during a Jupiter flyby. By firing a solid fuel engine at the right moment, it could be flung out of the solar system on a path toward Oumuamua. If such a mission were ever executed successfully, the probe could potentially reach the object within 17 years. But for now, this remains just an exciting concept. Whether or not we'll ever get a close look at Oumuamua's true nature is, quite literally, still written in the stars.